Hey everybody, welcome back to some more Return of Reckoning, aka Warhammer Online. I've been playing quite a bit still, especially since home a lot, like probably most of you. Level 34, work my way to 40, should be there pretty soon. About a level a day, more maybe on, yeah, that's about right. So one of the things I want to talk about in this video was tactics, and tactics are not a very well introduced concept, and I'm not talking about battlefield tactics and things like that. Tactics are a way to customize your character, which you gain through leveling and through your mastery trees. If you look on the UI here, these little skulls at the bottom, these are all tactic slots, all of these. However, the two renown tactic slots and the tome tactic slot are not implemented in Return of Reckoning. They were in the live game, but they are not here yet, or they may never be. I don't know what their plans are for those. When you start the game, you have a single tactic slot, and as you level, you get granted tactics. When you hit level 32, you end up having 4 career tactic slots. If you ever want to see what tactics you have, you click on the abilities menu, and on the third tab, you get your list of tactics. You can slot these however you want. Like I mentioned, several of them are given just by leveling. There's no fanfare or anything. You just get them. Originally, you would have to go to your career trainer and things like that and purchase the abilities. I forget if you had to purchase tactics. I think so. But at least that was the way you would know what you're getting. At some point on live, they made all that free. They're like, why are we making players have to go to the career trainer to get their basic skills all the time? So they kind of just made them automatically appear. And that's the way Return of Reckoning kind of does it. So every time you level, these things will just automatically get put in there, and if you have never played before, that can be kind of confusing, because you get a message about getting it in your chat box, which could quickly scroll off. So you may never know you have these tactics, and they are extremely valuable and part of the character customization process. So like I said, at 32 you get 4 career tactics, and that's the maximum. So you really just kind of assign them to the slots, and you can have multiple tactic sets to switch. You can't switch during combat though, so you have to wait till you're out of combat to switch tactic sets. So let's see. I like increasing my armor. That's always a good one. You can just right click on them to assign them there, or you can drag them. I think. Yeah, you can drag them or right click. What else do I usually use? Handcraft? No, not handcrafts. The scope. Hollow points. This is from my mastery tree, which I'll show in a second. Gives me a damage over time from my snipe and gun blast. I am running a gun setup, so definitely want to have that. Increase your ballistic skill by 136 for sure. Now, this is where the cool decisions can be made. So say if I'm running in a group with a rune priest who can buff my ballistic skill, and I'm using a ballistic potion, I may be able to get, and I have good gear, I may be able to get close to the cap of 1050 ballistic skill without needing this tactic. That'll free it up for a different tactic, but I'm not running that. I'm not able to do that, so I'm going to use that tactic. Ballistic skill increases range DPS damage. It's the kind of the primary tactic. Well-oiled machine. As an engineer, it makes my turret insta-cast and on the move, which is great for when a fight starts to break out. You don't want to have that long cast time to get your turret out. Now I can just kind of drop it and it's there. Bam. So yeah, tactics, I mean, you got a whole bunch to choose from, and they really are important to making your character viable.
Oh, I could show you a thing.
And if we look at your mastery tree, this is kind of the same for all the classes. Tactics are kind of every other things, and the top is a morale. I'll do a mastery tree video at some point, but you can choose tactics here too, and each tree has a set of tactics that you can buy. So tactics are extremely important in customizing your character. On the mastery tree, they will cost 1 specialization point, and so make sure to set your tactics, especially and change them up for the kind of playstyle you want. And if you're running in a group, often you'll want different tactics than you're running solo. So it's a really important part of the game. So I hope you know about it now. I hope you found this useful. I hope you're enjoying the game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's really just as good as live, if not better. It's not everything from live is in yet, like Land of the Dead. But overall, I mean, now that the city is in, the main part of Warhammer Online exists in this game. There's really no major blind spots, except if you like PvE. PvE is a little more limited, and the Lost Vale endgame dungeon isn't in yet. Neither is Tomb of the Vulture Lord. But if you just want for PvP, yeah, it's as good, if not better, than it was on retail because of the changes they made. I'll hopefully talk about them at some point. But for now, that's it for this. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope everyone's doing great out there. Thanks for watching.